The mascot. This creature is of course real. It's a drafting. Pavel did for a one of our bakers. So this cat is a normal, regular cat, even if it looks very special. And yeah, we have this creature in real. So the mascot. You love that two-legged creature from the bottom of your heart, since the moment it caught your eye. You know it is not your mother, not even your own species, but it's the only thing left after you lost your family. All you want is to stay close with your new friend, at least as long as he is the only one able to open screw caps for you. So you love your master, and he feeds you, you get stronger, and you try to support him. This is the bravest multiplayer player. He wants to support the first player, and victory condition right here. You and the first player win as a team if you complete the game. So it's you need to win. If you want to win, the first player need to win. So you try to, yeah, you just have the same goal. Setup. Enter your name and a fantasy name for your species on the mascot sheet. At startup, you receive one PowerPoint, and the first player can optionally buy you extra PowerPoints at the cost of 2 credits per PowerPoint, to a maximum of 4 additional PowerPoints if you spend 10 credits. You should sit nearby the first player and work together as team. You need to know what is going on with the crew sheets and so on, so you can heal the heroes and so on. Um, do not use crew equipment. You are not able to use any item or weapon unless a skill describes it in the as exception. But you can eat equipment sometime. If you get very hungry, you can start to eat equipment. This is the only thing you usually do with equipment. So feeding is now important. To get more power points, you need to get fed by the first player. Each time they enter a shop, you can beg for food. Feed me, Seymour. They can buy you 1 PowerPoint for 2 credits, but not more than 1 PowerPoint per grade of the shop. They may visit multiple shops to increase that limit, or visit the same shop in the next dungeon exploration. Better use your power wisely. You don't know when you will find something to eat again. So emergency feeding. In emergency cases, you have learned how to use the speed dial button on the comlink for your favorite space pizza delivery. For the price of 4 credits, 1 PP, you get 1 PP. You may activate this anytime except in space combat or ground combat. So it's quite expensive, but in worst case, you get something to eat. Vulnerability. You cannot take damage, or you cannot become knocked out or die during dungeon exploration. Ground combat or space combat, but if the first player loses all crew members, the game is over for you. So if the first player dies, it's game over. The Mind Slug also have some skills to harm you, even to kill you, but then the first player buying a new mascot and it's like you're starting again. Carrier skill node. The mascot's backpack is tightly mounted on his back and protected with a hefty padlock. It can't be raided by the hungry mascot, so you cannot eat something you have on your own backpack. Ground combat skills node. In ground combat, the mascot skills cannot be used as a reaction to the primary enemy spawn. So this reaction for the spawning process can only be done by the heroes itself, not by the mascot. Hunger. Each time you start a dungeon exploration into initiate a space combat or start a new ground combat, you need to roll a d6. A result of 1 to 3 will lower your power points by 2 points, so you get more and more hungry. No matter the outcome, you may activate a hunger effect once right after such a check. So you maybe use some hunger effect now. It's not a must, but you can do. But at the beginning of each new game turn, you also must check your hunger status and trigger the highest effect, whether you like it or not. So before you can, but at that moment you must do it. If your power point level becomes negative, you still are able to use skill or even unlock new skills, so you can get in the minus, but then something bad happens. You cannot directly tell the first player you are in an emergency hunger situation or discuss your power point level. However, effects like the snack craving should help you to indicate your need. So you can use the snack craving so the player knows, okay, you are in minus, you want to get some food. Better be careful. Pushing your hunger too negative may result in some unwanted side effects. Okay, here we have the hunger effects. It starts if you have -3 power points, snack craving. Eat up an item or weapon the crew members carry in the inventory and gain its great number as PP bonus. Of course, that's getting fast, quick, expensive. If you have a grade 3 weapon, it costs way more as just to buy food for 3 power points. Okay. Order Kruglock pizza. You order pizza, getting 3 power points for 12 credits, and so on. And at the end, here's example -14 power points. Eat a crew member alive. So if you get very, very low, you cannot do anything else as to eat something, must eat something alive. So you choose who is the tastiest to devour. The crew member inventory will remain and can be distributed by the other players, other heroes. Gain the crew members experience level times level +3, so and a maximum of 20 power points. Don't even think about feeding your mascot. Leave with freshly bought level 1 crew members. That's inhumane, even if there's no law game rule against it. Also, if you're a very bad player, just buying level 1 heroes or level 2 heroes and feed them to your mascot. Okay, and if you are dead, the next time, also what happens very rarely because you don't get attacked in ground combat and so on, but if the nemesis, the Mindslug player, the enemy player, does something bad, you maybe die. But then you will be, let's say, resurrected, or the next time the first player visits a shop, whether during an event or dungeon exploration, they are also so sad to lose their mascot, they must buy another. The mascot costs 5 credits, and the first player must sell equipment if needed to afford it, but it's a baby mascot, needs to grow again. Erase your entire mascot sheet and start from scratch. You will receive power points matching the total level count of the crew member, so you get at least a bonus at the beginning. For example, if there are 2 level 3 and 2 level 4 crew members, you will restart the game with already 14 power points. Okay, now we take a look on the secret, so you never show it if the first player or any other player. Here you have still again the hunger effects because they're very important. You don't need to switch the sides all the time. And we have common skills, which are standard skills like half grown, so you are bigger. You can activate skills for 1 power point less because you're bigger. Full grown, you can activate skills for 2 power points less as usual. Requires half grown and replace this effect, of course. So you get stronger, or can do cheaper powers. We have 3 different kinds of powers: Predator, Astral, and Guardian types. You can mix them, but in most cases, it grants more bonuses if you stay in one line. Yeah, because some stuff also exclude each other. Like the ice effect is something against the fire effect from another monster. So you have to take here fire effect. If you have it, unlock the skill will exclude you from unlocking the ice and exit skills from the other two. And of course, if you have a predator made to attack the enemy, it may make no big sense to invest a lot of power points to support space combat like the Astra monster or support stuff. But it's not at all. So maybe some attacking enemy which also can carry stuff could be important. So it's up to you to decide. And we have the same mechanic as in all multiplayer sheets. Here you have a price. You need to buy the threat, the skill. 2 points, let's say, here for assault. This is a dungeon exploration skill. And then if you want each time you use it, you need to pay the number in power points in the brackets here. Get +3 to your crew initiative roll in ground combat. So you pay it once and get that bonus. And yeah, so you have evolving skills, making it bigger. Like here, Bloodsucker. Each time a hero gets wounded by an enemy in ground combat with a melee attack, the hero loses 1 additional health point and you gain 1 power point. So each time a hero gets damaged, you gain 1 extra power point and he loses 1 health point more. It can even lead to kill some heroes. That's why it's more a bad skill and it brings you 4 points. So if you mark it, then you get a 4 power points you can invest into something else like radioactive metabolism. Gain 2 power points and lower all heroes' first points by 1 at the beginning of each new game turn. Is bad as well, um, but gives you extra power points. So it's up to you to decide what you like. The permanent skills here counting all the time, like let's say exit effect. All your attacks gain the exit damage. So if you attack enemies with the weakness exit, then it's a big improvement for you. They're just dealing more damage, their attacks from you. Dungeon exploration skills. This is stuff you do during the dungeon exploration. And here you have the ground combat skills for the Predators example, the most important. Brutal Bite. Costs you 5 to buy the skill at all, and then 2 per usage. Dealing 1d6 melee damage to an enemy. B shields and armored are applied. So the shield protecting them, the armor as well. But yeah, 1d6 can be quite bad. Um, yeah, and you have various kind from all different types of creatures you can use to support your friend. And take care you don't invest too much. You can go into the minus as you wish, but then you have the hunger snacking problems. So take care. And your mission is to a plan carefully and make some optimum set. Um, the first player have so much to do with the heroes, taking care of the right equipment. Of course, you can talk to him. What do you like? Do you have any issues? And he maybe say, I have so much stuff I can carry so much. Maybe it's good if you can help me carrying. And then you can offer him, okay, maybe I make a load carrier or even the second heavy carrier option. So of course, you can plan together, but you need to have the overview and help your first player as good as you can, so make the mission successfully, and then you win together with him the game.